こんにちは、私はJeidoChannel.iよろしくお願いします and welcome back to Milgram. Hey! Yeah, I'm excited to get back to Milgram. Anyway, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot happening. I don't exactly know what to expect, but I'm expecting something. Probably not what I should be expecting, but I'm expecting something. So, how are you guys? How are all my Milgram, how are my Milgram folks? I know after there's been a lot of, I guess, like, back and forth between, like, the Milgram fans and the actual writer for Milgram. But let's see how this, pans out into, like, Fuuta's T3. As you guys know, if you've been watching me, I'm not, like, the biggest fan of Fuuta, but I'm gonna try my best so that I don't get jumped. So yeah. And before we start, I'm gonna be reading some comments. First of all, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to Yuno's video like 2 months ago and read the comments you guys left on her video and go from there. Host some voice drama preparing us for Fuuta and I honestly, Fuuta's voice drama, I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I feel like S is gonna get pissed off at him. I mean, first, everybody, make your bets. Is S going to get pissed off at Fuuta, or is S going to be understanding? What do you guys think? I know most of you guys probably already watched this, but like just place your bets. What were you thinking before you watched Fuuta's T3? And also the Evernight PFP. You used my friend Gren's voice drama, Ian, sub for this. Yay, I've never seen anyone react to stuff before. That's so nice. I'm so happy. Gren makes awesome voice drama translations and his covers are sick too. So, good for Gren. I'm going to be using him again in this video because apparently he has the abilities of the Flash or Sonic the Hedgehog and can just put together the voice dramas in so quick of time. I don't know what kind of powers does your friend have, but anyway, I thank him for that because then I won't have to get the audio and the transcript and do them separately. I can just view them in one video, so that works out perfectly for me, and I am glad. If I'm being honest, I find some of the fans' reception of Yuno's case very absurd, even though I get their complaints of the execution of her crime being sloppy, making Milgram even more questionable because it appeared to be an accident, but for me that is the point. Milgram by all rights is a heavily flawed system that uses the terms murderer and concept of what could be considered as murder so loosely. The writing alone showcases how the system can't be trusted, and most of the characters even critique Milgram, especially Yuno. Even with S's character, it's been pointed out many times from Yuno and Fuuta to Mu and Amane, calling out S's unwavering loyalty and involvement of the third party, us, even calling the system hypocritical and worthless because you genuinely can't slot these people as forgiven and not forgiven. I think most of the point of Milgram is like to show the hypocrisy of Milgram because of how its own laws operate, especially like Jackalope's the administrator. I say Jackalope, but I still don't know what that voice was in that one teaser video. You guys remember it? So I don't know if we're gonna get like anything on that by the time T3 is over. I don't know what that was. Still looking forward to like S's backstory, and the number 11 theory. So the one thing that I do have to complain about Yuno's T3 is basically the fact that the interrogation questions, the answers were so vague that it's kind of just like we might as well just not have had an interrogation. Like, Mahito fan was telling me that, yeah, a lot of the questions and the answers were just so, like, underwhelming that at a third trial, you would expect, like, more to come out of the character, considering, like, okay, this is the last stretch. This is, you know, the last time that we're gonna have to vote on them and everything else. So we think that there would be more to it, and I think that's the point that disappoints me the most, because like there's plenty of interesting things to like ask and plenty of interesting things that the character can respond to, but it's not really there. So I just hope that the rest of the interrogations for the other characters that are left aren't as vague and basically pointless. I hope that for Fuuta fans, like, it's not like as bad for him and other characters after that. Like I was saying, like, Amane is my favorite, so I hope there is more, like, if there's not enough more insight on her, like, on her family in general and her, like, general, like, upbringing besides, like, all the, you know, stuff that we already know. I hope that we get like more in depth into her actual like feelings in her, if not her T3, her interrogation. So that's what I'm hoping for. I just love Yuno, and I absolutely loved her story and her song, because I know that there are many Yunos out there in our world who may have been in a situation such as hers and felt the same things like her. To those who hate themselves to the brink of viewing themselves as a dirty, awful person, those who became burnt out and depressed by the realization of how the world works, those who found solace into something that is socially looked down upon, those who felt guilt for taking their own lives for granted while feeling that others are suffering more, those who experience the horrors of being a woman in society. And I think that's a wonderful way to put it. This is why I like Sevilo's theories or analysis on middle ground characters, because I feel like that just like you just sum up like everything that's like the whole situation, but also like some stuff that I kind of think but I can't like say out loud or like word it properly to where it makes sense. S about to put that hat back on the second Fuuta starts yapping about the code 17. And also I have this post that I made a week ago exactly, posting this picture and saying, bro, what's he grinning for? Wrong answers only. So before this, I know that there was a lot of Fuuta fans out there, right? I know half of it is because he's a redhead. But I didn't really realize how much of simps that you guys were. How thirsty that you guys were. So let me just first of all, here's a calm one. Maybe he realized he doesn't have to pay his taxes. That could be it. That's my male wife. I am so gonna vote him guilty. So this is the same person, but these are the dual sides of you guys. He found the sweetest candy, will now wear a propeller hat. He looks like he got isekai'd to a generic shonen anime. He does, honestly. Fuuta in general looks like he came from a generic shonen anime. I mean, no, I know somebody's gonna jump me for that, but I'm just saying. And also the same person that called Fuuta the male wife licks the screen. So, yeah, my response to that is, because he just birthed our child. So I asked, what did y'all name the kid? Complete senioritis. Ignoring the first part, because I'm just Are we in some Omegaverse universe? Like, what's going on with this? I'm going to take the words of Moo. You know how when S is talked in the first voice journal about something about pheromones, and then Moo is like, oh my gosh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do that kinky stuff. That's how this feels. I said, what a lovely name. I hope that you and your family flourish. Our child started crying. I think he likes you. As nice as possible. I don't think I like the child. And then here is our second Simpaitis comment. Unfortunately, I'm not a therapist, so I cannot prescribe anything but maybe distancing yourself from Kajiyama Fuuta for maybe a few years. And first of all, once again, thank you to Greninja for translating and uploading, well, the translation credit is Maristelina on Twitter, but putting it together is Greninja. And so I thank everyone who is just a part of easily making this accessible for yours truly.
Fuuta, いいか?
Oh no, oh jeez. Well, you've been wanting to see me this time? Oh no, don't start this laughing. Don't start, bruh. The cackle. Yeah. No, having a new era.
そこまで恐れることはないのかもしれない。あの人の言う通りだ。
なんだ。お前は
I mean, a
僕を
little.
恐れていたのか。
He definitely was a little.
今思えばな、お前を恐れていたんだ。俺の行いを明らかにして。
If it comes to it, I'm still going to expose what you've done and condemn you. The difference is now is that you know how to pray. And now it's different.
もうお前がどう思うかなんてどうでもいいんだ。ずっと聞こえてるうるさい声も関係ない。俺の基準はもう別のところにある。
He's found God. Some form of. Yeah, it's Amaneism.
そうだよ。どうした？なんか文句があるのかよ。
I mean, a little.
信仰は自由だろ。
Totally.
お前が宗教に対してどういうイメージを持ってようと自由だけどな。実際に俺は救われてる。俺にとっちゃ。
Okay, you may have been saved from you've been saved from whatever you think you've been saved from. You haven't been saved from this verdict I'm about to pass on you, though. So. What imagery? I prayed it away.
この痛みも試練なんだ。そう思えば乗り切れる。
そうか。痛まないなら何よりだ。
少し意外だな。お前は俺の信仰。
Look, I'm tired of carrying whatever you want to. It's fine. I'm just.
でも深い絶望の中、必死で手繰り寄せた糸が信仰だったという。
Yeah, you didn't have anything else to cling to at the moment.
何かを言う気にはならないな。
Yeah, it doesn't help me, but if it helps you cope and get through this, then that's fine. Amine came to you wanting to help you. You accepted the help. I mean, that's nothing I can really do anything about. I'm just here to judge you on what you did. This doesn't have anything to do with what you did before, so I mean, unless unless you're going to do something crazy again, or unless you had something to do with Amine, stabbing Shido in the back. I don't know.
変わったなお前。
お前が言うか。ただ意外ではあったよ。お前は天音を子供だとバカにしていたと記憶している。勝手な印象だわ。
Well, because at that
そう
point
いう
he
相手
needed
の話を聞くタイプに
somebody.
は思えなかったからな。
So
そうだな。
he
俺はそうい
he
う
kind of started like descending a little deep, and he started like getting into his fears. So at that point, I don't really think Amane, like, her age really mattered. Fuuta just needed some type of help and some type of coping mechanism to help him, like, with his, you know, his inner pains and his inner turmoils.
俺が間違っていた。間違っていたんだよ。今までの俺が全部。
So my thing is, I want to know what he thinks about what he's done now.
俺がどんな人殺しでミルグラムに呼ばれたかもう分かってんのか。
インターネットでの誹謗中傷。
Internet slander, harassment, and inciting it. As a result, someone lost their life.
その結果、誰かが命を落とすことになった。
I don't know if there's more to that then.
そんなところだろう。
ああ、それで間違いねえよ。俺が炎上を引き起こした。自殺したのは女子中学生だ。
認めるんだな。
Okay, so he went ahead and
俺が殺したんだ。
admitted it.
叶うなら謝りたい。できないことも分かってる。
He did because he was avoiding it before.
正義の
He
ため
was
だと
trying to
言っ
like
ていたは
run
ずだ。
from it before.
それを理由にしていただけだった。別に大層な理由なんてなかった。
Yeah, the only reason he did it because he was bored. He wanted to feel some sense of like excitement.
結局人が不幸になるところが好きだったんだ。自分の快感を満たすために正義を世直しを名乗っただけだ。
Mm-hmm.
その結果人を死に至らせた。俺は人殺しだよ。間違いね。
その考えに至ったのは天音の宗教がきっかけなのか。
あの人が
Hey,
俺に教えてくれ。
Amane's, you know, giving some insight though. Like, I mean, she made you realize, like, or come to terms and like stop running from what you did. I mean, I know her coping mechanisms aren't like, obviously they aren't 100%, but I mean, she did help him in some extent.
得たことってなんだかわかるか。
いや、詳しい競技までは
Okay,
知ら
tell
ない。
me then.
僕が知っているのは治
It
療行為を
specifically
禁忌として
forbids
いるらし
medical
いことくらい
treatment as taboo.
俺を立ち直らせる方法だよ。俺のやったことを真剣に聞いてくれたん
Because you
だ。
never stopped to really like
本当
think
に俺が
about
思って
in
ることを
depth
引
what
き
you
出してく
did.
れた。俺のバカさ加減を叱ってくれて、俺が本当に反省するまで付き合ってくれたんだ。
天音が
笑えるだろ。小学生の道徳みたいな綺麗な話をずっと大真面目にしてんだ。嘘をついちゃいけない。人に迷惑をかけちゃいけない。他人の不幸を喜んじゃいけない。人の道を外れちゃいけない。
Don't stray from the path of being human.
そうなのか。
あの人は真剣に俺を救おうとしたんだ。
They seriously tried to save me, even someone like me.
おかげで自分の行いを見つめ直すことができた。そうなってみりゃ日々芽生えるのは罪の意識だ。
And so, you repented?
のせがのしかかる。きついよな。どうしようもねってのは。
僕はそれでも指導や真宙を
And
殺
that's
したその
also
宗教を
true.
肯定することはできない。
ああ、そうだろ
お前は
He's
何
like,
も思わないのか。
huh?
うよ。思うよ。でも
but
俺にはあの人を信じるしか道がない。
お前は
Ooh,
治療
that's
禁
his,
止なんつうのはまともじゃねえよ。分かってる。
but that's the only thing he has left to cling to. So at the same time he's kind of like just like, well, if I start like trying to think that that was bad, then I'll start questioning other things. So and then kind of spirals. So at that point
解いていたのも子供が語るありふれた綺麗事なのかもしれねえ。分かってる。でも間違いなくにとっちゃ救いだったんだ。ダメな俺のこと救われるって、ここからでもやり直せるって、信じてくれる誰かが必要だった。
so it's kind of like
殺した人間にだって祈り続ければいつか謝罪の気持ち
they
が
told me
届
that even someone who killed could keep playing. Someday their feelings of apology would reach the one that they hurt. I have no choice but to believe that. I mean, I don't know about your apology reaching the person that you, but I do get and understand what he's saying.
それを信じるしかないだろう。なんだよその顔。お前が救ってくれてもよかったんだぜ。
僕はお前に安易に救われるなんて言わないよ。言えない。
そうだよな。
僕は
Yeah, I'm not God. I'm just human. I can only tell you what I think is
お前
right.
が正しいよ。
What I think is right and what's wrong.
でも俺は弱いから、俺が罪に向き合うにはそれしかないから、あの人についていく。そう決めたんだ。
間違っていたとしてもか。
ああ、間違ってたとしてもだ。
I guess there's good and bad parts about Amine in this religion thing, because okay, on one side you have that Fuuta was able to like look back at what he's done. He was able to like be like, okay, but that was wrong. He was able to like come to terms with the fact that what he did was wrong. Like there's no other way around that. Like he shouldn't have done that. And he was running it from it before and trying to be like, well, I don't really think I did anything because there were other people that were involved with it too. So I don't think I should be the only one that would be punished for that, even though he was the main one like inciting it. And then on the other hand, you have the part of this religion that is like, you're not supposed to like get medical help, or like you're not supposed to believe in doctors and all this other stuff. And this is the belief that led Amine into killing Shido, and in killing Shido, that led for Mahiro to die. There are two sides of this coin, which is like, okay, you have the part where, okay, this part is okay, that's good, that's fine, and then you have this other part which is like, though that's really not what you should be doing. Especially I think in like religion, like of course you can pray about things, of course you can hope that things will get better and have that belief, but at the same time, especially when it comes to getting medical help for yourself and that something's wrong, that's why there are medicines, and even if they're not like man-made medicines, there's also why there are some natural remedies that people use and take from the earth to make things get better. That's why these things are there. So you have to know that there's a reason why there are things to heal you. You can't be like just stupid with that and choose not to like heal yourself or like get better when there are options out there. Like you can pray that the thing that you're using to help you get better will work. But straight prayer when you're not doing anything about it, like if you get stabbed and you just lay on the floor praying over your wound, that's not gonna magically heal your wound up, okay? So that's my gripe with it.
救われた俺くらいはついていってあげたい。
いていってあげたい。
あの人の根幹にあるのは生きづらいくらいの純粋さだと思うからよ。
I'd like to tell you about that person who's at the root of it all because I think they're so pure that it's hard to get close to them. I want to be close to them.
特にてやりてえんだ。
そうか。
お前があの人と話すときにできれば救ってやってくれよ。
Oh, you're talking about Amane? When you talk to that person, if possible, save them. Unlike me, there's someone who can start over on their own. I think this is because, like, if he's talking about Amane, I think this is because, like, because Amane is still young. She still has a chance to grow. Like, I know she's very, very messed up, but at the same time, like, if she would have only had, like, the proper upbringing and not all this, you know, messed up stuff, she would have been an alright kid. But, of course, she had this terrible upbringing, which basically forces her and brainwashes her into thinking that what she's doing and what's going on here is right.
自分でやり直すことができる人だ。
自分なりにできることはやってみるよ。
I'll do what I can in my own way.
なあ、フータ。
なんだよ。
お前は今許されたいと思っているのか。
最初に言っただろ。お前がどう思うかなんて。
That's not what I asked you. I think of what
許され
are
よう
you
と許され
expecting?
なかろうと俺にできることは殺した人間に謝り続けることだけだよ。
罪を犯した人間はやり直せるの。
They can start over if they really repent for that and they really, you know, try hard to not do the specific crime again. But it depends on what severity of the crime as well. I'm not going to say like every crime a person committed can just start over, because there are some things that you just shouldn't be doing regardless, and that you should probably be locked up forever. But a crime like this, yeah, you can start over, like something that Fuuta did, and you know, but it's not just completely black and white. It depends on like what it is. You can't just say like someone who committed a crime as in such a vague you know, it depends. What did you do? And what kind of person are you? Are you going to like say, oh yeah, I'm sorry, and then just go about and then eventually commit the same crime? Or are you someone who did something once and, you know, were immature and you want to eventually make a better life for yourself?
さあどうかな。そこまで考える余裕はねえよ。お前はどう思うんだ。
わからない。
I don't know anything, to be honest.
誰かの許すの一言がそのきっかけになればいいなとは思うんだ。
なんだよお前、俺のことを許そうとしてんのか。
それはまだわからない。
だろうよ。
でも安心しろ。
So,
僕の中の誰か
someone will forgive
きっ
you.
とお前を許すよ。
どういうことだ。
Somebody,
まだ確信を得ているわけで
you the
はない。
audience.
なんだよ。
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
おそらく僕の中には複数の意志が存
I
在す
just
る。
do have to say, props to S for being calm and understanding with seemingly like it's going to go forward with like everyone so far, going to generally try understanding like their points of view and how they think about things, because you know S is trying to be understanding as an actual human being instead of being the warden. They're going to try to understand being themselves.
何言ってんだ。
もしかしたらこれ
This
自体
itself might be one of Milgram's
ミリグラムの
functions.
機能の一つなのかもしれない。
どういうことだよ。
What do you mean? I don't look.
思い当たる節
There
は
are
い
plenty
く
of
つも
signs, gaps in memory.
記憶の欠落、混
The
同、
existence of completely opposite thoughts and values, the splitting of identity. So are you slowly figuring this out
ア
now?
イデンティティのボディ。それこそとっさに自分を複数人だと認識してし
To
ま
the
うよう
point
な
I instinctively recognize myself as multiple people.
複数人だと。
Yeah, just like Amane, right?
そして何より僕自身
Remember that I myself am not the one participating in the judgment. It's all of us, guys. It's the audience.
おい、俺たちの許す許さないを自分で決めてないっつうのかよ。
正確には審判の際に
During judgment, I feel some will flow into me.
流れ込んでくるのを感じる。そしてそれはおそらく
So basically, S is saying that they are the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale.
According to the judgment of the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale, we now turn to the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale. The judgment of the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale.
無数の意志
Likely countless wills on the scales of hundreds of thousands. It might connect to your testimonies about hearing the voices of people who wouldn't forgive you inside the prison.
自分を許せない人々の声という証言とつなげることもできる。
I get swallowed up by the torrent of consciousness, and when I come to, it's over.
気づいて終わっている。
So that's why you pass out after every trial?
じゃあなんだ。俺たちの許す許さないを。
So we're basically breaking the fourth wall and telling this to Fuuta. That's crazy, S. That's crazy, but at least you're figuring something out about yourself. So the judgment is what you're saying. Those hundreds of thousands of people are deciding for us whether we're forgiven or not. Basically.
あくまで
It's just a possibility. Now you know that's true. Stop saying that.
話としちゃ面白い。悪趣味で笑えるぜ。まるで昔の俺たちだ。
Just like the old us.
そうかもしれない。
That's why I need to know more about Milgram. So
だから
S is just going to continuously like pick up things like each trial, and then I feel like by the end, S is gonna like know like the whole
ミルグレムのことをもっと
gist.
知る必要がある。他の誰でもない自分だけの選択をするために。それ自体がミルグラムの意思に反するのかもしれないけどね。
Milgram is it's a society project. Oh my goodness.
変わったもんだな。何かにつ
The guy who used to chant Milgram about everything, like some religion.
まるで宗教みたい
本当にそうだな。覚えてるか？お前が僕とお前は同類だと言ったことを。
な。なあ、言ったな。
あの時は否定したが。
I denied, but you were right. You and I are the same. Just a little bit, not completely.
自分がないからすがっていたんだ。ミルグラムに。僕にはそれしかないから。
じゃあ、お前はなんでミルグラムにすがってればいいじゃねえか。
決まってる。お前たちが大切だから。
Yeah, you all are my precious prisoners.
ミルグラムによって裁かれるのが本当に正しいのか。
Now because Milgram isn't messed up.
すがるのをやめられたかどうかはわからないけどね。今だって怖い。
Because Milgram is messed up, there's no like middle ground for anything. It's always just like, oh, you're completely innocent, or oh, you need to die. So there's no like way to like make an in-between sentence for anything. It's all just like 0 or 100.
わからないことばかりだ。曖昧だったものに触れるのは怖い。怖くてたまらないよ。でも僕にとって
For me, and surely many people inside me, you become too important. For you or the audience, you become way too important to just, you know,
大切なものになりそう。
toss in a corner.
何人も失って分かった。僕はバカだから。僕の中の誰かはそんなこととっくに気づいていたのにな。
そんなことね。
Whoa.
そんなことね。
Oh?
です。
Oh?
いろんな人間見てきたんだ。自分じゃねえけどよ。人間なんて全員バカだ。全員どこかしら間違ってる。それが人間だろ。 俺が保証してや
I
る
mean,
何が言いたいんだ
she's like, I don't even know what I'm saying, but you're human, I'm human, we're all human. We do things. We do human things.
それでいいじゃねえか
Is that supposed to encourage me? You don't even know what you're saying. Are you trying to make me feel better? Or are you trying to make me feel bad? What is this? The bell.
時間だまだやんのか
ああミルグラムの
Yeah,
詳しい
I'm
人じゃ
just
ない
me.
ただの僕として
I want to know
お前の
you
ことを知りたいから
as me.
なあです
なんだ
どうするかこれから決めるんだろうけどできればこのミルグラムの場所をぶっ潰してくれ
Hey, I agree though. I agree though.
ここはクソだぜ俺が言うんだから間違いない
Once it's all over, let's all just blow the place up.
僕だけの選択をそれだけは自分で決めるからフータ今からミルグラムの力でお前の心象を覗かせてもらう
Invasion of privacy.
お前の言う通りだったな楽しかった
Oh, the voice dramas have been very wholesome so far.
じゃあなです
See you,
梶
Fuuta.
山フータお前の罪を歌え
I really like the voice dramas like in T3 because they're all just so wholesome. They're all just like focusing on like the relationship between S and the prisoners and how and their true feelings about things, and they feel more genuine than before. And Fuuta is also kind of surprised me here because he's also like, I don't know, just very genuine like when talking to S, and they're just it kind of surpasses my expectations. But of course for the third voice drama and like a specifically like a final voice drama from them, I would rather them be like more sincere than them to just like pass things off and just like be like, well, blah blah blah, blah. And I would just rather them to focus on development of the actual characters. And it seems like Fuuta has like gotten like development, even though to some people it's not quite the development that they wanted for his character, especially going with the Amane like religion route. But in a way, it did help him. As for Amane herself, it should definitely might not be the best thing for her because of the extent that she takes. But for Fuuta, it did help him come to terms with what he's done, and for him to realize that what he's done was a bad thing. So, and I really also like the detail of S, like, finally, like, picking out, like things that are strange about Milgram, and finally, like, being able to realize, like, okay, Milgram really isn't what I thought it was when I initially woke up here, and finally, like, learning about themselves as, like what's going on, like, inside their head, and all this, and about the audience and stuff like that. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the voice drama. Why does she look like Kana from Oshinoko? The girl, she looks like Kana a little bit, doesn't she? Oh. Guys, the way this is starting, it's starting like Purge March. I should know by how many times I've listened to Purge March, but yeah, it's with the drums and the ringing noise, like the, you know, that. You guys know what I'm talking about. Tis ordained shall follow the destiny. 'Tis ordained shall discard vulgarity. Okay, hold on, Fuuta, bro. This ordained thou shalt deliver unto those who thou believe in it. Yeah, his account, yeah, his buddies, Kiltroy, yeah, that's the girl. 'Tis ordained shall stay thine course, then perish. So yeah, it's not the same as, it's kind of similar to Amane's. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but I do remember her saying something about 'tis ordained and then shall perish something. It's kind of like this. Oh, the lyrics. Yo, my eyes, bruh. What luck? Teach me, oh they great leader. I'm your apostle. Oh, the Bring It On reference from the chosen emissary. Sit down, shut up, listen to my message. I like these new styles of these new art styles that they're doing for the third trial music videos. Yuno's had like this different like art style to it, and then his has like this very like comic book like inky like background like you see here in the moon and the clouds, but also like comic book like esque type of not the laugh. Stop laughing in my ear. So, yeah, he took a, yeah, so he like, I'm not sure if she had, she posted this picture first because in the beginning, yeah, she had the picture already like on her social media. So basically, like, he saw the picture, he researched like the background of this shop. He learned the location. And here's him like in the shop. I'm trying to pay attention, guys. I'm not sure, yeah. So it looks like he did like take a picture like in the shop and posted it. We are the swords that slaughter blasphemous, what? Blasphemers and fools. We burn evil to the ground. This song is epic though. I do have to say, unfortunately, I do like all of Fuuta's songs. Like, that's something I'm not gonna lie about. I do like all his songs, not gonna lie. I go on. This blinding light does not lie. Devour this righteous teaching. Yeah, and then she put her account on private. Yeah, because people are like adding her. Yeah, she's like, you know, I think she was like, I'm going on private or something and stuff like that, and then someone was like, don't worry about it, it's okay. Everybody will wait for you. Hold on, let me see, let me go back. Are you against us, Purge? Is this her school? Bro. So now, okay, first of all, like, I know it was hard to tell before, but some Fuuta fans were saying, oh no, he didn't dox her. But he's finding out, like, every location that she's at by zooming into pictures and, like, reverse searching them on Google. Now, that was something that I never stopped believing in, because I had a feeling. I had a feeling. So that was not something that I was gonna drop. I'm sorry, that was something that I had always believed in. Because I was like, you know, I don't think it's just like him like bullying her online. I think he was doxing her locations, and he was. Found one. Countdown. Oh, till I make you say sorry. Oh, the guns are done. Eat this. Don't act like you have no idea. We won't forgive you. You're the crazy one. So, is this her house? Yeah. And then he finds out, yeah, that she's gone. Oh my gosh, she's ran to someone that knows her in the street. And that's when he started running. And that's when he, oh, the flagpole! The Amane eyes from Purge March and the flagpole. But it looks like it was beat up, and then it looks repaired almost, like, because of him like falling into his like desperation, and then him picking it up and like kind of like like, you guys know what I mean, and like repairing his, you know. Oh my gosh, the symbolism. Wow. Okay. Okay, guys, we gotta read the documents, but like, oh my gosh. Whoa. I wonder if the friend that he passed by in the street, I wonder if that was the same one that had wrote on the girl's page, like, you know, don't worry about it, we'll wait for you, or whatever. Okay, guys. Let's see here. Born in 1999 in Osaka City, Osaka Prefecture, Kajiyama Fuuta is a student at a university in Tokyo, living on his own. He is bored, idling away his time with no sense of purpose or goals for the future. His hobby is to scope viral controversies on social media. He once made my voice is dry, I've been talking too much. Oh my gosh. His hobby is to scoop virtual controversies on social media. He once made go viral an inappropriate post by a restaurant employee. He exposed identifiable information, sent letters of grievance to the company, and extracted a public apology. This experience further whetted his appetite and habit of social media monitoring. Fuuta reveled in this success, repeatedly dispensing vigilante justice, and made a name for himself as an influencer within his community. He kept watch over social media activities, discovered wrongdoers, imparted vigilante justice, and received accolades from his peers. Within this echo chamber, he quenched his thirst for justice. Wrongdoers will disappear from this world because of him. He did not doubt that what he was doing was just. That day, what Fuuta found was a post by a middle school girl. This middle schooler had posted on her social media feed a picture of herself wearing a hat that she had not yet purchased at the clothing store at a shopping center. Fuuta knew instinctively this action, so small and insignificant, could go viral at his hands. The reason? Because she was just so beautiful. He understood thoroughly the inclinations of his peers. Fuuta got to work immediately, citing her infractions as copyright infringement, immoral conduct, and the other seemingly righteous reasons, lighting a scandalous fire. He flooded social media with his post, along with his inflammatory commentary, and it spread like fire among his followers, thirsty for any new scandal. Further research uncovered that this middle school girl was Futa's neighbor. You're telling me you lived next to this girl and you oh, that means he saw the friend or the relative like when he was walking home. Fuuta set off right away. He took pictures of her actual house, further escalating the exposure of identifiable information. The girl who finally got wind of the scandal desperately responds by claiming that this was a matter within scope personal replication and is not such a crime. However, a fire lit once will not die. Fuuta sneers as he watches the fire grow. One day, Fuuta is walking by the girl's house and he sees her funeral taking place. As soon as the scene enters his sight, he turns down his gaze and walks back. His heart races uncontrollably, his sweat is cold, his legs shaking. He locks himself in his house and curls up with his head between his knees. From his phone that he threw on his bed, notifications will not stop ringing. Oh. After thinking over, I really respect that he went ahead and showed us his crime in the worst possible light. No excuses, not trying to make himself look good, no appeals for us to be understanding and forgiving. He even shows us that his new ideology is an empty thing he's clinging to. There's nobody watched this video without understanding how petty, stupid, and evil what he did was, because now he has accepted that as well. Yeah, no. No, he's guilty. He's okay. I want to expand this. He's guilty, but that doesn't mean that he should be executed. But he's guilty. He should do some time for this. Yeah. No. There's no way this is innocent. No. I feel like even if you like Fuuta, like, I understand, like, for story-wise, if you would choose innocent because the fact that, because of, like, story implications, but there's no way that, no. I personally think that he's completely guilty. It's great that he understands what he did was wrong, and that's wonderful. But, no. And, hold on, let me just... She got doxxed worldwide for just posting a picture of her truck trying out a hat and it wasn't even purchased yet. The girl was not just his neighbor, a middle schooler, a little child. Social media that comment that appears at the bottom right of the video. Will you take responsibility if she dies? Not only this, but he did it because she was just beautiful. He knew his friends were creeps. I think that is Jackalope's gross insertion into the reports. One of Jackalope's defining traits is being a creep. So yeah, Jackalope definitely writes the reports, but still, even what you take from the video of him just doing it just because he's bored is still not in any way acceptable. I would believe this if you don't literally see the comments in the music video and people calling the girl cute. And people are mentioning that the reason it seems so bad is because he finally realizes what he's done. This is how he views himself. But at the same time, like, the things like that he did, like, there was no need for this, especially towards a middle schooler who has done absolutely nothing wrong. Doxing her locations, that's one thing that I never fully put out of the realms of possibility for Fuuta, because I feel like it would have been just too simple if it were like, oh yeah, he was talking bad about her online. When he's literally doing like these witch hunts or whatever, I feel like that's completely in the realm of possibility, and I don't know. Yeah. We see and hear about this crime through Fuuta, so we understand that he's remorseful and trying to face up to his crimes. But to the girl, her family, and her friends who were so unjustly burned, had their personal information identified and were driven to the brink of taking their own life, none of this matters to them. Yeah, because at this point, you can't just think about the prisoner. Like, you have to take account for, like, the family that had to, like, go through that, especially their middle school daughter that was just getting dragged and, like, constantly doxxed online for doing something completely innocent. And then you have this family, like, grieving over that girl taking her own life because of someone careless on the internet who's purposely doing these things just because they feel like it. And I mean, sure, you can compare it to real life and say, like, hey, like, a lot of people do these things, like, a lot of people, you know, like, do this, and it doesn't mean that it should be done. It doesn't mean that it should be a norm for people to do things like this to other people. I do not condone, like, purposely, like, talking so bad about someone online that has not done anything wrong, who's just, you know, living their lives and decide to, like, share, like, a cute little moment of themselves. And then you have people like this who just want to completely just ruin their lives, especially someone young, like a middle school girl who does not, like, have their life together, and who does not, who is just still so innocent and so vulnerable to be exposed to, like, hatred like this in such a way. So, in conclusion, while I'm glad that Fuuta has realized the severity and the consequences of his actions, I do not think that he is innocent. I think that he is completely guilty. It doesn't mean I want him to die for it, but I do think that he is entirely guilty in what he has done, because he completely, like, brought it on himself. This was a completely avoidable situation. It's not like the person that he was targeting did anything wrong. It's just that he decided one day when he woke up, like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do today, and I'm going to take it so far and not know my stopping point. So, yeah, that's how I feel about that. I feel like most of his votes should be guilty, right? I mean, I know that there are still some that's going to be like, you know, he's innocent because of how much he repents for it, but in a general sense, I do just think he's guilty. So, but anyway, I really enjoyed the music video and the voice drama. I really, like I said before, I really love the art style that they took, and I really love the music sound that they took music from the Purge March and also Fuuta's past songs to, like, make this one, and the religious references in it, and just the visuals as a whole, to really solidify the gravity of what Fuuta has done, in the sense of, like, driving someone to the brink and feeling like you're literally trapping this person. If you are sharing their locations, you are literally trapping that person, and, like, you know, people are crazy. People are gonna go after them. So, but anyway, I want to know what you guys think about Fuuta's third trial, and let me know down in the comments. And yeah, what are you gonna vote Fuuta? Is he guilty to you? Is he innocent to you? Let me know and tell me why. And give me also your theories about the case as well. Arigatou gozaimasu, and I will see you next time from Milgram.